channel. So in today's video we are going to talk about the exercise methods, so how, why and which one is doing well. First one I can think of is the basic sets. So if you think about just one exercise, you're doing 3 sets of it, and then you're going to do 12 to 15 repetitions. So you do your first 15, you're going to have like about a minute rest, and then you do another 15-minute rest and your last one. So you do that 3 times. That's your basic sets. You just do one exercise and that's it. Then we have something called superset, that every muscle has a pair. And then in superset you either work both muscles or you just exhaust one muscle with 2 different exercises. So superset, it means that you have 2 exercises, and then you do them back to back without having any rest between the 2 exercises, and then you're going to do whatever many sets and repetitions of it. So for example, I'm going to do triceps and biceps, so opposite muscles. You're going to do let's just say 10 repetitions of bicep curls. You do the 10, then you go straight away to tricep extension, and then you're going to do 10 of that. So back to back, no rest. 10, 10, so that's 20 altogether, and then you have your rest. And then we're going to have our rest for probably again around 1 to 2 minutes, depending on how much you need. And then we repeat that again. 10 bicep curl, and then 10 tricep extension. That's your superset. Or you can do supersets in the same kind of way, but you do use the same muscle. So you do a bicep curl, and then you stay with the same muscle, and you do a hammer curl for your biceps. So that's 2 exercises for just your biceps, and then you can do the same with triceps. You do like a tricep extension, and then you do dips or something like that. So it works the same muscle. Then we have another one which is called to the failure. Well, I named it to failure. Well, I don't know how they call it normally, but it's basically you're giving your sets, but you don't necessarily have repetitions. So you can give yourself just about 1. So say for example, you are going to do squats, and then you know that if you do like, I don't know, 20 kilo, you're going to be able to do, just say something 20 or 25 with 20 kilo. So you don't stop at 20-25, you just carry on until you can. And then the whole point of this exercise is because you're going to be able to do more, so you challenge your muscles a bit more. So this is a really good way to train for strength. The only negative of this type of training is that you can overtrain yourself, or there's a bit higher risk of injury in that way, because obviously you're not going to be able to perform like perfect technique and things like that in the last like couple of reps you're going to do, because you're possibly going to die. Yeah. And also you need someone who's spotting you with this one, so it could be quite dangerous. Imagine like you're doing a bench press and then your bar is just above you, and then you push out, and then if you do that to failure and then you can't push it anymore, so you need someone to be there behind you and help you out. So our next one is something called tricep. So you have tricep, you have giant set, and then some people call it circuit. So I think they're kind of the same thing, to be honest. The only thing is different is with the circuit training that you do have cardio and weight in the same time. So like, I don't know, pick 4 exercises or 3 exercises, different exercises. Like you do kettlebell swing, you do medicine ball slam, and I don't know, lateral raise for your shoulders. So it's like 3 different exercises, but because you have to do them fast, and then you do, I don't know, 30-40 seconds each, you know, it could be like increasing your cardiovascular as well in the same time as you're shaping your body. So it's really good for people who want to tone up, lose a little bit of body fat. And you have obviously like the tricep and the giant set. So they both the same thing, but obviously in a tricep you have 3 different exercises. They're all weights. And then in giant set you have 5 or more, but wotkout has time and space in a busy gym for that. I don't think anyone really. You have, let's talk about the tricep. So you have 3 different exercises, same method like the superset was, but you have 3. So I use it a lot for shoulders. It's a really good way to exhaust your shoulders. So say for example you do a front raise with whatever bar or plate or dumbbell or anything. You do 10 of that, then you do lateral raise for 10, and then you can do shoulder press for 10. So you only doing 30 repetitions, but you work the muscle in lots of different angles, so it's a really good way to do, I think. And then you do the 3 after each other, back to back, and then you have your little rest. But because you're working harder, you're gonna need a bit longer rest, if that makes sense. So probably gonna do like 1.5 minutes, 2 for me, but it's depending on your fitness level, your goal, and lots of things like that. But you normally feel how long you need to rest for. We have Tabata training. So Tabata is it's intervals. So you basically have 20 seconds of the exercise, you have 10 seconds rest, and then you have 8 rounds of it. It's really good for aerobic and anaerobic fitness as well. You can do these kind of things and running, you can do it rowing, you can do it while you're swimming, and you can do lots of body weight exercises this way. So it's literally a really good way to like raise your heart rate a lot, and then lose weight, and it's a really good one, I think, but super hard. We have negatives. So negatives are very hard. Also, you're going to need a spotter for this one as well. Negatives, they work against gravity, so that's probably the easiest way to explain. So for example, you have a bench press, or let's say shoulder press, because you could actually see that me doing. So you have the shoulder press, imagine dumbbells in your head. So we normally concentrate on the positive move, which is the push, and then your negative movement is when you bring it back. So you bring it back to the floor, so that's your working against the gravity, but you control the way back, if that makes sense. So you like not letting, so your way up is fast, and then you're not coming back the same tempo. You kind of like push it up, and then working against the gravity, you hold the weight as much as you can, and then when you're down again, then you push and then control it down again. So it's just working against gravity. You can do that with a lot of things. So for example, doing a squat, you're gonna control your, like, always your way back is controlled. It's really super good to build strength. And I think we are a bit stronger on negative moves, and then not most of the time people concentrating on the positives. I need to drink some tea because I'm ill. My throat was starting to get so dry, like the bloody Sahara. So drop set is, again, people do it when they do weight training. When you have a certain amount of weight on your bar, for example, something really heavy. So you're doing bench press, you're going to be able to perform, 5, pushing out 60 kilos, say like you're a guy. Pushing out, well, you can be a girl as well, I'm not saying. But so you're pushing out 60 kilos in the bench press, you're going to be able to do 5. Then you're going to stop after the 5, and then you take some weight off, then you're going to carry on, and then you keep taking the weight off. So that's how you perform drop set. I think it's easier to do it on resistant machines because you can just move a pin. And then you also have, the last one I can think of is the pyramids. So it's kind of similar to drop sets, if not the same thing, but you have both sides as well. So you can do, say for example, do a lat pull down. So you are in a lat pull down, you're gonna start at like a comfortable weight, I'm not going to say a number because it's different with everyone. So you start with a comfortable number, and then you're going to do 12 repetitions. Then you move the pin down 1. Then you're going to do obviously a bit heavier, but you're only going to do 10 sets. And then same thing again, you move down 1 pin. So again, it's going to be a bit heavier, and then you're going to do 8 repetitions, move it down 6, move it down 4, move it down 2. But that 2 is going to be the hardest thing you ever done in your life. You're going to really struggle. And then you can move backwards. So you're going to move the pin up, then you're going to do 4, move it up 6, move it up 8, move it up 10, move it up 12. You're done. It could take a lot of time, but it depends. If you do like split training, so like if you concentrate on certain muscle groups, I think it's a really good way to work out. But yeah, it's like people pick and choose like what they kind of prefer, and then what works for them, what their goal is. And yeah, it's a lot of people do split training when they separate their body parts and then do it that way. I used to do that a lot. Or some people just do a whole body workout. Some people do a bit more functional fitness, so it's good for a lot of different muscles. It's kind of up to you what you're doing. I think you really need to like mix it up a little bit so your body works out, or your muscles, you work your muscles out different ways. So yeah, so that was all the methods, like how you can do weight training. I hope you liked this video and it was helpful. If you have any suggestions, or if you have not subscribed yet, make sure, I can never say that word. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Give it a like, and yeah, just hope to see you in my next video. Thank you, bye!